what's up? E. Oh god. Alright, so I just got this figure recently. Oh hey Jesse. Give me a minute. Okay, that doesn't seem to work. I think the stream crashed. Don't. Give me 1 minute. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright, so this figure was recent. And I think this figure released like a month ago or something. I'm just wait for people to join real quick. Oh god, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Just had to share something real quick. Alright, I'm gonna just chill for a little bit. Just wait for the chat to arrive. Okay, what's up, Maz? Doing an unboxing. You didn't expect that, did you? Just wait. Yeah, you figured. Right now I'm just waiting for other people to join so I get started. And this figure, I got this guy recently. Like a couple hours ago where I got it. And I think this guy released a month ago, which was good, I guess. And this is my only ever Gamera figure to own. Because in the store where I went, they also had another Gamera, which was the Kyoto Decisive Battle version. But I didn't quite like how the way Gamera looked. While the Kyoto Decisive Battle version was a step up from the original release, I still wanted this one more. Just because it was cheaper and it had more of a cutesy end, because Gamera was intended to be cute, I guess, if that's how you put it. But this version was the one I liked more. Now, I don't know if you... Oh yeah, right, you said that you own Bandai Movie Monster series and the Playmates ones. And the store I went to, they did have some Bandai vinyls. They did have Movie Monster series. They had the -1, the pre-Evolved -1, the Evolved Godzilla, 2000, Godzilla 2000, Space Godzilla, and the other kaiju. If I could remember what they were. think they also had the. I think they had a Mecha Godzilla in there, but I decided to not buy those because Bandai Movie Monster series. It's good, but like I want to use something for my stop motions. Hey, Cyber Kaiju, what's up? How you doing? Now I did tag a bunch of other creators like Goji Jojo. I'd also be surprised, or Jake Silla. If Jake Silla or Goji Jojo come in, I'd be so surprised. Are you thinking about getting him? Yeah, and this figure, I didn't open it yet. I'm just waiting. I'm just like waiting for the people to join, then I can move it. Yeah, that's kind of a shame. So like, you order the Bandai vinyls online. But I mean, I guess Playmates is not that bad. It's not that bad. And they're releasing another wave of the more of the Empire line, like the Frostvark. I'm actually kind of excited to get Frostvark. Now I don't know if I'm gonna get him. Don't know if I'm gonna find him, but at least I try. And they also have that blue Mothra instead of the other Mothra. And they also have the what's it called? Oh yeah, the Burning Godzilla, which is a repaint of. Hold on. So yeah, the Burning Godzilla is just a repaint of. Fuck. So yeah, the Burning Godzilla is just a repaint of this guy. Is it? It looks like a repaint. Oh, your Monsterverse shelf's already picked? Yeah. I don't know how hard is it. Yeah, maybe the atomic breath for Burning Godzilla was a unused concept. Like it was gonna happen, but maybe it just felt like something that would make Godzilla look too powerful. Maybe that's the problem. Alright, so now I kind of want to get to opening this guy now. I'm just like waiting for Goji Jojo or Jake Silla or Unravel to watch. If they do end up watching the stream, I'll be so happy. But yeah, it's not like how the Heisei Godzilla. The Heisei Godzilla did do Atomic Breath, but it's a little disappointing that the Monsterverse one couldn't. And I see that in animations where people do animations of using Burning Godzilla and they give him Atomic Breath in some of them. Well, based on the ones that I saw. You know what? Yeah, it's fan puffing. It's still pretty fun to think about if you could see Monsterverse Godzilla do Atomic Breath when he's in thermo mode. Would have been cool, but I get it because now Monsterverse is so powerful that he's evolved now. And no, the store I went to, it's quite close to my house, so it's like 15 minutes away. So like if I go there, so the figures I saw in there were the SH Monsterarts Godzilla Final Wars, which was the reissue one. I didn't. Well, it was something that kind of bugged me, because it was either by. But I mean, hey, so some people just do their own things. But yeah, the figures that I wanted were either this guy or the SH Monsterarts Godzilla 2004, the reissue one. Now, I so from when I first saw the Final Wars, I was like, no way they have it. Then when I saw this Gamera, I just really wanted a Gamera figure because I already have abundance of Godzilla figures. Let me show you how many Godzillas I have. Okay. One. Fuck. Two. Three. Yeah, it kind of mimics that scene in Final Wars where Godzilla is fighting Gigan in Antarctica. Alright, three. Four. Five. Six. And seven. I have 7 versions of Godzilla. And do you think I'd really want an 8th figure? I don't know. This guy was $132, while the Final Wars was 100. And I didn't have 200 in my wallet, unfortunately, so I can only get this guy. Since it's the only Gamera figure I'm ever gonna own. See, I have 7 figures of Godzilla, and I don't know if I want an 8th one. Do you think that I should have gotten the Final Wars? Nah, I think I should have gotten this guy instead. Like, it's cool having more figures of just one character, but... And what's also different is that I have literally every figure of the Godzilla from the Monsterverse, the Showa era, and the Heisei era, but I don't have the Millennium era. Yeah, it's kind of nice seeing battle damage there. And I think the Kyoto Decisive Battle version also had a battle damaged arm. But yeah, it was either that or get every... So yeah, Monsterverse, Showa, Reiwa, Heisei, but I don't have any Millennium Godzilla figures. Yeah, but I mean, with Gamera being a really rare kaiju, I'm quite happy with what I got. Besides, $132 versus $100, while Gamera has accessories. Now, I'm not saying that the Final Wars is bad without having accessories. Really? You have the Kyoto? Oh my god. Yeah. And then, the sad thing about the Kyoto Decisive Battle version is that one doesn't have that one doesn't have a fireball. Now, I think this is like a repaint of the figure. Because I think this is actually a repaint of that figure that released like a decade ago. Wait. Did the original release a decade ago? I think. It just felt like it just feels like a decade ago. Now let me just get on my figures. And the Gamera figures in the SH line, they're not that posable compared to the Godzillas or the Kongs. And yes, that is including the Gamera Rebirth Gamera. And hey, Gamera Rebirth was good. And I really hope that there's a second season. And there's a second season of Godzilla Singular Point coming out. And I really hope SH Monsterarts makes another version of Godzilla Ultima. Like, they re-released the figure, but with better paint. And look, the SH Ultima, from what I saw, it's good. but the head sculpt just weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is obviously a repaint of the one that was released a decade ago. Once again, still waiting for Unraveled or Goji Jojo or Jake Silla to come in. You know what? Just a couple more minutes. Couple more minutes to wait, then I'll unbox this guy. Now, still though, I'm just really hoping for at least Gamera Rebirth or Godzilla Singular Point to get Season 2. I think Singular Point is already getting a Season 2, which I'm really excited to get. Or excited to see. But it's on Netflix, alright. Oh, you're still here? Cool. Besides, and didn't I already send, like a posting to it? I think I did. And the store I went to, the Kyoto Decisive Battle version was oh yeah, it was $175. The Kyoto Decisive Battle version. So yeah, this guy was 132, which you can see if the goddamn camera would just focus. You can sort of see it. I don't know if you can. Okay, there you go. Now, yeah, say $132. While the Kyoto was 175. Now I think that this guy, I'd say he's better than the Kyoto one. While that one has like more accessories and I think more posability because I don't own it. I'd say that this guy, he's just as fine. Now this is obviously the Gamera from Gamera Attack of Legion, which was the second film in the Heisei trilogy. Yeah, that's right. I know Gamera. You thought I didn't know Gamera. You thought I just knew Godzilla, didn't you? Hmm. You know what? We're almost at 20 minutes, so in 20 minutes, just one more minute, then boom, unboxing. Unboxing experience, yay! Now I did do an unboxing of me opening up my birthday gifts, which was like 2 months ago. Um, Apparently it didn't upload for some reason because my phone was lagging and it caused that to not function. And also because there was this thing about the strange rule YouTube has where you're allowed to show the name of the website, but you can't show the URL of the website. So I kind of did that, just not really. It was on the paper, which on the computer. Now I don't know how that rule works, but whatever. Alright, we're almost 20 minutes. Y'all ready? Type one in the chat if y'all ready for me to unbox this guy. One in chat. Alright. Alright then, let's do this. Here we go. Now time to open this guy. My scissors. Fuck. Alright, got it. Got my scissors. Here we go. Try not to cut your fingers. Okay, there we go. Might need to aim the camera a little higher. Okay, I think that's good. Now let's open this guy. So excited. Oh, okay, that's how it works. Oh, I see. Slowly. Ooh, okay. So there's the figure. Okay, here are the instructions. Okay, that's in Japanese, so I can't read that. Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's how you pop off the ball joints. Yep. Alright, so that's how you do that. Oh, it comes with a stand. Fireball. Oh, his tongue is on a hinge. As Javi the Hong would sometimes do when there's a tongue hinge on his figure. Yeah, he thought I was gonna do it. Oh, okay, so those can pop off. Oh, you can rip off his midsection. Okay. And there's a battle damage shell. Okay, gotcha. Now, here we go. Let's unbox this guy. Now, first we're just gonna get the... What? Okay, here are the accessories. Let's see. There's a stand, the fireball stand thing, and the battle damage shell. Okay. Now let's get this guy out of here. I'm gonna try to move my hands very slowly so that way I don't damage this thing. Okay, slowly. Try. Damn it. Okay, you know what? Go back. Alright. Fireball effect goes in there. You go back in there, since you fell off on your own. Stupid. Fuck. Alright, here's Gamera. Now, he looks good. Hold on, let me just get this out of the way. Alright, here's Gamera. Now, there are some differences between the original release and this version of the figure. From what I saw in the images that I saw online, that this figure has more blue than on the other one. Oh. Okay, that's something. Okay. His chest seems to be quite open, which... You can shoot a beam out of his chest. Yep, that's how it happens in the film. Now, since the... Oh, yeah, this is kind of floppy. Nah, it's fine. It's meant to flop. He actually has some pretty good weight to him. Damn, those some big feet. Eh? Ha. Okay, how about we first go over to the articulation, then we can move on to the accessories. How about that? Eh? Let's get to the posability, then we get to the accessories. Now, I haven't moved this guy yet. Okay, he doesn't like standing, so that's a slight bit of an issue. Okay, now... So let's see, ball joint at the head. It's going to allow him to move up that far. Oh, that's quite up. And that not down. Alright, and there's a ball joint at the neck, which makes him to move even further up. And he can look down. About that far. His mouth is on a hinge joint? I don't know if it's a ball joint or a hinge joint. Oh, okay, now I know it's a ball joint. Okay. Damn, he can open his mouth wide. And the eyes make him look like he's pointing up. And there's actually a difference between the original release and another difference. That is that the original's eyes were green, while on this guy's eyes they're blue. That's quite a notable thing. So, yeah, like I said, the Gameras in the SH Monsterarts line, they're not that posable as the other figures in the line, but they still have some posability. Alright, so the arms, they're on a ball joint, which can allow them to move like that. can move up and down, and they can swivel. No, okay, don't act like Jobby. And the arms can bend like that, can bend that far, and bend. Okay, I just felt a snap, so that's not good. Can bend that far. The wrist is on a ball joint, which can allow them to move up, down, side to side, and can rotate a 360. Well, not really, but I'm not gonna try because I don't want to break this thing. Now, he's a turtle, so he does not have any waist articulation. That's fine. I prefer a Gamera without any waist articulation, because how would they be able to put waist articulation on a turtle? Alright, so now we're moving on to the legs. So the legs, I don't know if they're on ball joints, because they can't move up or down, but they can do a rotation. Okay, I hear squeaking. That's not good. Like, it's cool if a figure's joints are tight, but it's another thing if they're too tight, because it could lead them to breaking. And so yeah, they can swivel. The knee can bend. And I don't know if the ankle has a ball joint, but can he do a pivot? Oh, no, he can't. But his feet can also do a swivel. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, don't forget, we also gotta go with the tail. Now, for Gamera having such a short tail, he does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ball joints, which is not much, but it still can allow for some pretty curvy and natural poses. And you can at least sort of get an S curve with the tail. So the articulation for Gamera is quite good. I'd say he's pretty posable as well. Oh, alright. Bye, Cyber Kaiju. And trust me, after this, I will enjoy this figure. And I might do a stop motion with him later. And also, if Unravel streams later, just tell him I might do a unboxing with this guy. No, I mean a stop motion. God, it's so weird. Okay, so yeah, like I said, the articulation for Gamera is quite good. And you see there's these little holes here in his chest. Like in the movie, he can also shoot out a chest beam. So yeah, these are on tiny little ball joints. So yeah, and if you pull these too far, these little things can pop off, and they can be quite a struggle to take off and put back on. I'm gonna try to move these as slowly as possible, just so I don't actually pop off a ball joint. Oh God, that is so tiny. And I just popped off a ball joint. Ah! Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that his tongue is on a hinge joint. God damn it. Alright, you know what? Alright, got it. Try to move his arms out the way just so he doesn't... Yep, that's on a ball joint, and it popped off. But it's fine. I don't plan on actually doing a stop motion just by moving the chest, because it'd be really hard to animate. Okay, don't know if I'm doing it right. And some of these are either on ball joints or hinge joints. Now I'm gonna try to just move the chest off screen just so I don't have to torture myself. Ah! Damn ball joint. God damn, why is it so hard to take off? Look, I get that the chest was cool, but why does that have to be this hard? I don't know if it was hard for the original release. Was it hard? Okay. I almost got it. Almost got the chest. Okay, got it. Okay, there we go. Now I finally got the chest. Now I don't know if you can see it based on the lighting, but let me just get my... See, you can actually see something in his chest. It's actually a beam weapon. Fuck. It's fine. So yeah, in Attack of Legion, he's able to shoot out a beam from his chest. Alright, there we go. Got it plugged in. Now, I don't know if the thing is translucent or not, but I'm gonna have to say no. Would have been cool if it was translucent, but, you know, whatever. Right. There we go. So that's actually pretty cool for a gimmick. Alright, so yeah, I think that's done with the articulation section. Now, how about we move on to the accessories? First, let me just get his chest back to normal, because I'm not gonna go through that torture all over again. Oh, okay, so you gotta put down the hinge joints first, and then after that you get the ball joints out. God, these are tiny. Now I understand why Gamera is this much. That's fine, I'm not complaining, just pointing out the criticism. And before you ask, no, I don't hate the SH Monsterarts line. I like it. And even the figures, they're pretty good. Especially this guy. They managed to do the monsters in the Toho verse really well, but I don't get why they suffer with the Monsterverse line. I mean, and the SH Monsterarts Shimo was there. And guess how much that the SH Monsterarts Shimo costed in that store? $245. But, oh well. I wasn't actually going to buy it in the first place. I was not going to buy it. And even after seeing it, I was like, really? How is that even there? And what surprised me is that still, no one else had bought it. No one had bought it the many countless times I went there. Okay, managed to get his chest. Just gotta put everything back where it belongs, and there we go. Mission accomplished. Alright, so now the articulation's out the way. Now let's get on to the accessories this dude comes with. So he comes with a fireball, which is made of translucent plastic, I believe. Let's see if it is translucent. Yep, it's translucent. Alright, that's cool. Now that's what I love, seeing translucent fireballs. Alright. And he also comes with a pair of flying hands, because Gamera can fly. And little... Come on. There we go. And a little base for his midsection. Now I don't know how to get the midsection out. I have to look at the instructions for that. How about we try to test out the fireball first? Let me just get this out the way. I was fiddling with it so much I can barely be able to keep all that on the table. Okay, now I got it. Now I know how to get rid of his midsection. But we're just gonna do with the fireball first. Let me just go get a stand. Alright, got a stand. And also, in the store that I went to, they also had Tamashii Nation stands, which are cool. Alright, we're gonna test out the fireball first. Now the fireball, it can actually work both ways. If it's turned like this, it can work, and if it's turned like this, it can also work. So yeah, it can work both ways. And there's actually a tiny little hole for the fireball. right here. And if you stick that in the stand, yeah, sorry, these are ratchet joints. Do that, man. Yeah, I know it's not technically tall for him to be able to put it. Twist. There we go. Now he's actually shooting the fireball. Now that's cool. There we go. It actually fits right into his mouth really perfectly. Nice. Alright, so that's the fireball. Now obviously this can work with Act 5 or Act 4 stands. Alright, so now we're gonna... Fuck. Alright, so now we're gonna try to get the arms and his midsection out. I don't know how this is gonna work. Because I never actually tried this before. Okay, now let's hope his arms are easy to take off. God, I don't like that creaking, because it could count as them breaking. Okay, there we go. Popped it off. Okay, now let me get the other one. Oh, okay, they're quite easy to pop off. Okay. Well, if you pull on it, because they don't fall off easily. Now, I don't know how to get his midsection out. Oh. Okay, got it. Got the midsection off. And yeah, that looks kind of disgusting. But it's fine. Alright, so is that how it's supposed to go? God damn it. Okay, I got it. It's supposed to be like this, I believe. No, no. Okay, it's like this. There we go. Let's get this on. There we go. Okay, these do not want to fit on nice, but it's fine. There we go. Got it. Now let's plug in the midsection. It's fine. Okay, I don't know how this is supposed to plug in into the first place. How is this able to plug in? God, that creaking. There we go. Come on. There we go. Got it. Now, let's do this arm. Man, that looks nice. Now, I don't know if he's able to stick without the stand, but it's fine. Now let's get into the other ones. Now, this stand is supposed to be used for him to be able to stand on his flying form. Once again, I'm trying to move very slowly. There we go. So yeah, he comes with a stand and a a fire base in order to actually support him on the stand. So yeah, with that, you can place him like that. Is that how it's supposed to go? No, it's the other way. Crap. Is that actually how it's supposed to go? I don't know. Ah, crap. There we go. Is that how he's supposed to fly? Yippee. Can I twist it? Yeah, there you go. So yeah, you can recreate Gamera flying. God, backwards. Okay, so yeah, you're supposed to stick the feet onto the... There we go, now Gamera's flying. And if you have another stand, you can actually use both the fireball and the stand. So yeah, you can do... Don't know if that works, but whatever. Come on. Is that how it's supposed to go? Come on. There we go. So now he can both fly and shoot out fireball. Nice. Now me honestly, I prefer Gamera, and I think the base is also translucent. Huh? Alright, so out of all things, I wouldn't actually, well, in my opinion, I wouldn't actually display Gamera like this. I'd rather display him just on his feet, rather than just him flying. But I guess it's fine. Fudge. Crap. Lost the stand. Yeah, we're not gonna question that. We're just gonna move on. Alright, Maz? We're just gonna move on and ignore that. And with the stand, and it comes with another stand. Jesus Christ, this guy comes with 2 stands. Mazillo, we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that. Alright? And this guy comes with another stand, which can actually plug into the base of the fireball ground. God, where's that hole? And can plug into the hole on fireball. And let me just get Gamera back together. Jesus Christ. Move his arms. And remove the midsection. As we're gonna ignore it. We're gonna ignore it. Right? And I saw your Shin and Monster vs. Godzilla crossover. Still, like I said, I really hope we get to do more of that. God, why is his midsection so hard to take off? There we go. Now let me just get Gamera back on his 2 feet. That's even possible. Hey Maz, and when do you want to do a collab with Screaming Raptor again? Okay, there we go. Got the midsection on. Let me just plug in his arm. Okay, look, I know his arm is hard to plug in, but I didn't know it would be this hard. Jesus H. Christ. Okay, I think I got it. No. Oh, okay, so his arm actually has... Fuck. Damn, that's tight. I don't know if his arm has, like, 2 ball joints, because one of them is really wonky. Okay, there we go. Got the arm. Now let me get the other one. God, this is so hard to take. Okay, there we go. Got both arms and the midsection on. And I don't know if his legs can bend. I don't know if I should be capable of actually handling this guy, since this guy is quite brittle. So you can actually both use the... There we go. There we go. You can actually plug in the base and the fireball in order to actually do it, instead of having to buy your own stand. Which is cool. It's quite a big upgrade from the original release. Now I don't know if the original release had a battle damage shell. And speaking of shell, here's the battle damage shell. And the most notable difference between the original shell and Gamera shell is that it actually has a chunk missing. Now the only way to do that is if you remove that. Yeah, you can see that that's on a ball joint. Jesus Christ, that is really tiny. Now, let's plug in the battle damage shell. There we go. Don't know if that's a perfect fit, but it still works. Damn it. Like I said, this is on a tiny ball joint. There we go. There's actually a snap to the ball joint once you plug it in. So you can obviously see this. So yeah, that's the battle damage gimmick. Well, the original shell doesn't have that. And I kind of like that. So, my opinions on this Gamera figure. For about $132, I would say he's good. He's pretty worth it. He has quite good posability. The accessories he comes with are really nice, and I like how he also comes with a battle damage shell part, and the stands and the flight accessories, the fireball, everything, really good. And I love that this is also translucent, which is good. Fudge. Can someone do a compilation of how many times I hit my camera? If someone actually does that, I'll be so surprised. Make a compilation of how many times I hit my camera. So yeah, what I think of this figure, for $132, he's worth it in my opinion, because he's quite posable, has a great array of accessories, stand, the accessories, good, the stand, good, the fireball, absolutely fantastic, and the flight accessory is really good. The shell is a really nice gimmick. And I think I did watch the film, because, like I said, this was an Attack of Legion, which was the second film in the Heisei trilogy, and I think the Kyoto Decisive Battle version was from Gamera 3 Revenge of Iris. And I'm still waiting for at least SH Monsterarts to make a SH Gauss. If they make a Gauss, a Guiron, or a Jiger, I would be quite happy. Because not only did they make Legion, well, Legion, he's $500. I don't know if Legion's a girl or a boy. I would say she, Mother Legion. So yeah, I think, well, Legion was $500, Jesus Christ. And did they ever make other kaiju? Because I think they've only made Gamera so far, and as well as Legion. But yeah, I'm waiting for SH Monsterarts to make a oh yeah, and they made Iris. They made Iris. Which that one I didn't find weird. But yeah, I'm waiting for SH Monsterarts to make a Gyaos, Jiger, and a Gruron. And hopefully, at least for one time, a Barugon. Because Barugon, he's quite a really popular kaiju. And it's surprising that he still hasn't made it into Gamera. But I just really love it. So yeah, this guy is really worth it, in my opinion. Now, let's do some size comparisons to this guy. Now, I'm going to be using some figures that I actually have in my collection. Now, let's just move in. Okay, I think that's about good. Now, I'm going to get some figures to compare him to. Here he is to my... crap. Here he is next to my Higher Toys Evolve. I didn't say Evolve. Screw what I said. Damn, buildings. Lightweight, are you? Yep. So yeah, here he is next to my Higher Toys Energized Godzilla. Now, I'd say he's about, like, I'd say Gamera, he's about 6 inches, which is normal for a Monsterarts. Haya's is 7. And before you ask, I might get... And the store that I went to, they didn't have the Haya Toys King Ghidorah nor the 1991 Godzilla. They only had the King of the Monsters one and the Heat Ray one. Like, why call it Heat Ray? Why not just call it Atomic Breath? And here's Gamera with my SH Monsterarts Godzilla 1954. Now, I don't know if Gamera's the shortest out of all of them. Are his legs straight? Yeah, they are. There we go. Alright. And now let me try to get at least some other figures. And here he is next to my SH Monsterarts Kong from the New Empire line. I don't know if that's a fair comparison or not. Alright. This guy's joints are quite loose in my opinion. Ow. But now let me compare him to some SH Figuarts. And here he is next to my SH Figuarts Gamera. Hey Unraveled, if you're watching this, this is Gamera, and that's Gamera. So now you know how to say it. And that way you don't confuse the two. You hear that, Unraveled? If you're watching this anyway. This is Gamera, and this is Gamera. You hear that, Unraveled? You hear that? So now you don't confuse the two. So yeah, I'd say these two are kind of in the same size. Ow. Now, I haven't seen the SH Figuarts King of Mons, nor the Yellow King. I didn't see those yet. Did not see those in the store. And here he is next to my SH Figuarts Red King. Let me just close his jaw and then make it a fair size comparison. So yeah, Gamera, he's kind of the shortest. He's not that tall compared to the other figures that I own, but he's still quite tall in order to actually work. Now, let me get someone who was in my recent animation. I really gotta keep his legs kind. And here he is compared to my SH Figuarts Ultraman, the A-type appearance. God damn it. God damn it. Fuck. There we go. So yeah, that's him compared to Ultraman. And let me get another Ultra. Yeah, that's right. I have 2 Ultras. Now this guy, in my opinion, he's worth another Ultra. And here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Zafi. This guy's harder to stand than Ultraman. Don't know why. Why is he harder to stand? Something just fell. That's not good. So yeah, here he is compared to Zafi. Both Ultraman and Zafi are about the same size. And I don't know if I'm gonna use Zafi soon, like use him in an animation, but I might use Zafi for later. So yeah, what just fell was one of my chargers. I moved out of your guys' place, so I wouldn't have to deal with this. That's a reference that some people might get. There we go. See, I have both Ultraman and I have both Ultraman and Zafi. Now I don't know if I'm gonna get other Ultras like Ultra 7, Ultraman Ace, or Ultraman Jack, Taro maybe. But right now Ultraman Arc, he's more in my price range because from where I got him, I don't have Ultraman Arc, but right now he's on a coupon. He's $31, but right now from the shop where I go online, he's like $27. And I'm surprised that they made Arc really cheap. That makes him cheaper than all the other Ultras. So yeah, I don't know if I need to compare these two. Alright. Now, compared to the Playmates figures, he's like an inch shorter than Playmates figures, I believe. Okay, there we go. Let me just get my chair real quick. Yes. Got her. And here he is next to the Playmate Shimo. Shimo is like really short. That's something that you don't see. Now I don't think that's a fair size comparison. See, I think that's all the figures that I have. Well, no, I think the figures that I want to show. Ah! Ooh, got it. Shimo was about to fall off my shelf. I got it, caught her. Okay. I think that's all the size comparisons I can do. Wait, I still got a couple more. Here's next to the Playmates Evolved Godzilla. Now I don't have the real feel figure yet, cause the Walmart that I go to just doesn't have them for some reason. I don't know if that's the hard part about doing collecting. That it's really hard to find a figure that you're after. Cause I tried to find the real feel Godzilla since that one's better than this one, but I just could not find it. I tried looking online and yet I couldn't find it. Don't know if that's an issue collectors have. Don't know if that's something you have, right, Maz? If you're here. Now I don't know if they're gonna make it. Okay, guys, really hard to move. And here he is next to my Playmates Beast Glove Kong. Size. Damn it. There we go. So yeah, I have a lot of figures. And that's all the size comparisons? No. And here it is to the Bandai action figure series, Godzilla 1989. And they just announced a new Burning Godzilla and Destroya set. Now I don't think I'm gonna get that, cause I saw some videos on those figures, and Destroya is like an inch smaller than Godzilla. So that's a slight bit disappointing. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get that. But it's cool seeing that Burning Godzilla has like steam effect parts. That's cool. And here he is next to Action Figure Series -1 Goji. Once again, I think these guys are like the same size, I believe. Yeah, I think Gamera, he's like an inch shorter. No, he's an inch taller. Yeah, I'm kind of getting tired. Just going up and trying to get a figure. Damn it, Safi. And here he is next to the action figure series Kiryu. And before you ask, no, I'm not getting Godzilla 2004 since I'm getting the SH1 later. And because the 2004, while he does have good posability, he can't really open his mouth really wide. He can't open his mouth at all, I would say. So yeah, I'm not getting that one. Sadly, I don't have Drown Viper nor Tiamat, since those were the figures that I really wanted. But I just couldn't find them where I went. Now, I don't know if that's sort of an issue. And one thing that really surprises me is that Dallas Orr, he was able to find all three of the new figures in that short of amount of time. How? And he was also able to find two Drown Vipers. How did he find two Drown Vipers? Holy hell. Dallas Orr, if you're watching this, how do you do it, man? How do you do it? How? God damn it. God damn it. Y'all really do not want to stand still? Okay? That's a bit of an issue. Fudge cakes. Okay. And here he is to the Playmates Scar King. Yeah, I'd say these guys are about the same size. Fudge. Yeah, I'm just in my chair. Alright? You experiencing a bunch of turbulence. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if you can hear me. 'Cause I don't know if I think this is the only Gamera figure I'm gonna get. Sorry. And here he is next to the Playmates. Yeah, I have a lot of Playmates. The Playmates pre-evolved Godzilla. Again, I think these guys are both the same size. I think Gamera is like a smidge shorter than Godzilla is. Um, I think that's all the size comparisons? No. I think. And here he is next to the Playmates Calm with Battle Axe. Yeah, I only have two of the Wave 2 figures. I could not find Tiamat nor John Viper. Or One Eye. One Eye, he has like the same amount of articulation as Star King, I believe. And speaking of Gamera, I also have another Gamera. I think this is a bootleg Bandai vinyl. Because I saw this vinyl in Chinatown. Because my place where I live is quite far from Chinatown. When I went to Chinatown, I think they had the SH Monsterarts King Ghidorah, the 2019 one. But I couldn't afford it. So yeah, I managed to get 2 Gamera figures instead of just 1. Which, hey. Now, I think these are basically the same. Because you can see some differences between the two. Let me try to see if I can zoom in my camera without hitting the fudge. Crap. Okay, there we go. Yes, where you been? I miss you. Yeah, most noticeable between the two Gameras are, of course, the eyes. Goddamn camera, why do you not want to work? So yeah, obviously the eye color is one difference between the two figures. Because I think this guy's green and this one's blue. Which, hey, I like a blue color. And what's different about the bootleg vinyl is that it doesn't have the elbow spikes that Gamera has. Now let's compare the backs of the figures. Here's what they look like. They actually look not the same. How am I supposed to make Gamera sit upright without his legs being in the back? Okay, that's how, I guess. Yeah, I think these are both from the same movie, just that they're from different lines. Yeah, these are both from the same movie, they're just on their different lines. Ah! Whew. Almost dropped something. And before you ask about the Kong, no, I'm not getting Shimo nor Scar King because I can't find. Because I can't find Scar King, and also because I'm not getting Shimo. Shimo's $240. I'm not spending that much. And here he is next to the Playmates Energized Godzilla. Yeah, most of my collection is just filled with Playmates figures. Because since I can't find any other collectibles where I live. Well, the toy store where I went, they had those. Yeah, the Bandai vinyls, the Hayato toys, the SH, the Ichiban show, a bunch of other stuff. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all the size comparisons. Those are all the figures that are actually official. in my collection, or at least the figures that I like. And let's not forget the Jada Toys Godzilla themed car. I bet y'all weren't expecting me to put a car into the size comparison. Eh? Eh? And you know who's printed on there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you thought I was just gonna do figures. No, I'm doing a car. So yeah, this car is made of die-cast metal made by Jada Toys. Found it at a Walgreens. And also in the toy store, uh, they also had the Godzilla finger puppets. And those finger puppets were like $5 each, which I'd say it's fine. Um, yeah, I think that's all the size comparisons. I don't know if I can get other stuff, because it'd just be too big. I do have the RC Evolved Godzilla, but it's too big for me to put on this table. It's too big. So, yeah, final verdict. What do I think of this figure? Let's see. For 5, please someone do a compilation of me hitting my camera. So yeah, for about $132, I'd say he's well worth the money. Well worth the money. For this guy being a new SH release and being a Tamashii Web exclusive, and thank you for the store that actually had the figure. I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't want to get any serious things happen to my channel. So yeah, thank you for the store for at least having the figure because it was a new release. And I also looked on their Instagram and they also had the so yeah they posted is that they got this figure like 2 days ago and I'm surprised no one actually bought it. Considering it came to the store 2 weeks ago. I mean 2 days ago. So yeah, final verdict, $132. Really, he's worth it. Worth it. And soon I will get the SH Monsterarts Godzilla 2004 reissue. Yeah, that's gonna be another figure of Godzilla that I have. So yeah, make that 8 figures. So he's worth it. He has pretty good posability. The amount of accessories he comes with are actually really good and worth it. And also adding a battle damage gimmick is really nice. So yeah, if you plan on buying this figure, just note that this is on $132. Well, from where I got him, he might be around the $150 to $130 mark. So yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, God, I can't speak. So yeah, I really love this figure. I I would I would obviously recommend it if you're planning on getting at least one Gamera figure, or at least a figure that's in the SH line. Um, so yeah, he's totally worth it. Alright, so I think that about wraps it up. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank y'all so much for watching. Goodbye, everybody. Fuck. Alright, that's still an issue, but I can still fix that. So yeah, and another thing that the ball joints on this figure, they don't pop off easily. They don't pop off easily. God, that's tight. That is so tight. God damn it. Alright, there we go. Alright, so get this figure. Really recommend it. Thank y'all so much for watching. And if you're gonna ask, yes, I will do a stop motion with this guy soon. First off, I just gotta get what kind of kaiju I want him to face, and at least what he can do, and try to at least work out some scenes. And another stop motion that I'm doing with Ultraman, it is coming out shortly. I'm gonna try to post it on like either July 21st, which is from when the Unraveled subscriber showcase is gonna happen. Hey, Unraveled, I'm working on it, alright? So just give me a couple of days. And if you're wondering, Unravel, if I'm gonna do a stop motion with this guy, yep, I'm gonna do it. Alright, so I think that's it. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, have a day.